Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you are excited for our next Letterland lesson. I know I am looking forward to teaching it to you. But before we can begin, I'm going to put a piece of paper on the screen next to me. On this piece of paper, there are 4 names. 4 children's names that go to Lancelot. I want you to look carefully at the paper and see if you spot your name. Now, some of you may not recognize the name because it isn't yours, so I'm going to help you by telling you these names. The first name on the piece of paper that we have is Lizane. Lizane from my class, yes. We also have Loeto. Loeto is also in my class. And then the third name is Liam. Now, there are 2 Liams. There's one in yellow group and one in grade R. And the 4th name is Luke. Luke from yellow group, yes. Now, how exciting for these 5 children, because their names all start with the same letter. Can you see the letter that they start with? Yes, they start with L, which makes this lesson extra special for these children. To help us learn all about L, we are going to learn about its Letterlander, Lucy Lamp Lady. Now, before we look at Lucy Lamp Lady, let's take a moment to think. Which of you have a lamp in your house? Maybe there's a lamp in your bedroom or a lamp in your lounge. And when you don't want to put the real light on, you will turn the lamp on to shine a little bit of light so that you can see what you are doing, so that you don't bump into anything. Now, Lucy Lamp Lady over here, she lives in Letterland. She lives in Letterland in a lighthouse, and she shines her light so brightly so that the people in Letterland can see where they are going and so that they don't get lost. How lovely is that? Very kind of her. Now, as we continue to look closely at Lucy Lamp Lady, not only do we notice that her hat looks like a lampshade on her head, yes, that shines her light, but we can also notice something very interesting about her body. Her body looks almost like a number 1. It is long, thin, and tall, like a number 1. And if you're wondering why, well, that's something that the people of Letterland have also wondered, but they've come to the conclusion that the reason she looks like a number 1 is because she is a very neat and tidy lady who likes and always does things one by one. Perhaps that is the reason. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the sound that Lucy Lamp Lady would make in words. And when we learned our other Letterlanders, I taught you that if you say their name really slowly, you will hear the sound they make at the start of their name, and that is the sound they're going to make in words. So if I say Lucy Lamp Lady, what sound do you hear to start it? Let me try again. Lucy Lamp Lady. I hear a L sound, which means Lucy Lamp Lady will say L in words. Yes. So you need to listen out carefully for her sound in words. Next, we're going to sing a song to help us practice the sound that she makes in words.
Look, 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 that lovely light. It is Lucy's light so bright. Listen, is what she'll say. For lamp both night and day. Look, 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 that lovely light. It is Lucy's light so bright. Look, 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 that light.
lesson, girls. Now just remember, even after the lesson, we encourage you to play that song again and keep practicing to help you learn how to correctly make the L sound in words. Now, over the past few weeks, I know you have been loving learning, and if you were paying close attention, you will remember that I've told you about some Letterlanders that have best friends. Well, let me tell you a secret. Lucy, Lamplady, also has a best friend. How amazing is that? Do you have a best friend? I know I do. Now, Lucy Lamplady's best friend's name is Linda. We can call her Linda Lamplady. On the piece of paper that is appearing on the screen next to me, can you see 4 words? Yes, those words are call. I can't wait to give you a call, or I will call you when it is time to go upstairs. The second word is ball. We could play with a ball when we are back at school. The third word is fall. Fall. Be careful and watch where you are going so you don't fall. Yes, and the last word is tall. Did you see that man over there? He is really tall. Yes, and now if you look closely at these 4 words, you will see that they end with 2 L letters. Now remember that the first L in the word is for Lucy Lamplady and the second is for Linda Lamplady. But you also need to remember that when you see 2 of the same letters, they share the same sound. Yes, you guys are getting really smart. They share the same sound. Well done. So now we've looked at Lucy Lamplady's lowercase L letter, but I'm going to show it to you one more time. So that is her lowercase letter. Now, when she wants to change into her capital or her uppercase letter, the one that's going to start important words and names like Liznay, Liam, Loweto, and Luke, she does what the other Letterlanders do. She takes a deep breath in and she changes into her capital letter. But she gets so big and her legs grow so very long that she has to now rest her legs on the line. So can you see her straight body? And how her legs have also gotten so long when she took the deep breath and that she now has to rest them on the line. Yes. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to watch 2 videos. The first video is going to teach us how to write her lowercase, or that's her small L. And then the second video is going to show us how to write her capital or uppercase L and the lowercase L as well. So remember to practice as you watch it with me.
Lucy looks like one long line, goes straight from head to foot, and she's ready to shine. Lucy looks like one long line, goes straight from head to foot, and she's ready to shine.
So just like with the songs that I said you could play again and practice, I'm going to encourage you to watch our letter formation videos again and keep practicing your letter formation and your handwriting every day. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read a story all about Lucy Lamplady. Let's see what this story is called. Lucy Lamplady likes to listen. Let's look at the cover. I really hope that during the lockdown you were all listening to your mommy and daddy as well. Living in the Letterland lighthouse is a lovely lady called Lucy Lamplady. When she smiles, everything lights up around her. She helps anyone who is lost or lonely by lighting up the way for them. The lovely sound she makes in words like log, leg, and lion is ooh. Look how lovely she is. Lucy Lamplady has a very special skill. She is a very good listener. Lucy loves listening so much that she has written a list of the sounds she likes the most. Number 1 is the sea lapping on the shore. Number 2 are lambs bleating in the field. And number 3 is when her Letterland friends are laughing. Those are the 3 sounds she likes the most. I'd like a really long list of lovely sounds, she said. I'll see if my Letterland friends can add to my list. So look carefully at the picture and you'll see the 3 things that were on her list. The lambs bleating, the sea, and her friends. Lucy wasn't sure which of her Letterland friends was good at listening. She decided to give them a little listening test. She recorded the following sounds: a lamp switch, a door lock, liquid in a bottle, and a lollipop being licked. She liked making the listening test, especially the bit where she licked the lollipop. So this is the test. Look at the pictures carefully. I wonder which of her Letterland friends will pass the test. She then went for a walk around Letterland to find her friends. Halfway up the hill she met Harry Hatman. Harry, could you listen to these sounds and tell me what you think they are? Said Lucy. I hope they're not too loud, said Harry. I hate lots of noise. It hurts my ears. Harry listened to the sounds and guessed every single one correctly. In the picture, he guessed the sound of a door lock. Hooray, he said. Do I get a prize? Yes, you are a good listener, so you get to add a sound you like to my listening list, said Lucy Lamplady. I do like the sound of horses' hooves. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, said Harry. Lovely, said Lucy, writing it down. I will add it to my list. Then Bouncy Ben came bouncing along. Will you try my listening test, Ben? Look at my big brown ears. I'm brilliant at listening, he said. And he was. He got full marks. Well done, Ben, said Lucy. What sound will you add to my listening list, she asked him. I like listening to birds singing and bells ringing, said Ben, before bouncing off to his burrow. So he's adding bells ringing and birds singing to the list. Lucy went to see more Letterlander friends. They were all good at listening. Her list got longer. Firefighter Fred liked listening to his feet on frosty fallen leaves. Red Robot relaxed to the sound of rain on the roof. Oscar Orange liked listening to opera. Sammy Snake loved the sound of the sea, and Talking Tess liked to listen to trains trundling by. Can you see them in the pictures and the things they like listening to? Finally, Lucy asked noisy Nick to do the listening test. He was making so much noise that he wasn't even listening at all. "Oh, Nick," Lucy said, "you are so loud. Sometimes it's nice to listen and not make a noise. So just give it a try listening with me now, and you will hear lots." And they are spelling out the word lots. Lots. You will hear lots of sounds. Alright, boys and girls, now that we have reached the end of our lesson, I really hope that it is one that you enjoyed. Now I must just add that I bumped into Rylan's dad, and he told me all about Rylan and how he's working. So I hope that when Rylan sees this, he keeps trying extra hard and working extra hard for his mom and dad. Now for today's task is not only do I want you to practice your letter formation, but I'm going to give you a fun task that starts with L. I want you to write a letter. And it is okay if you don't know how to spell everything you want to put in the letter, but you can ask mom and dad to write the words that you don't know how to spell. You are going to write a letter to your friend. Yes, and mom and dad can either take a picture and send a picture of your letter to your friend for their mommy and daddy to read to them, or you can take a little drive and just pop it into their post box, and when they wake up one morning they will have a lovely surprise, and you can be a good friend and tell them the things you like about them. Another thing you could do is, if you are missing your teacher, you could write a letter to your teacher and tell them why you miss them or what you like about them. I know that that would be a lovely surprise, and mommy and daddy can take the picture and send it to Auntie Odette, and Auntie Odette can make sure that your teachers get the letters you have written for them. So either a letter for your friend or a letter for your teacher. And then some other fun things you can do with the letter is you could help mom and dad make a really big, nice picnic lunch, or you could lay down on a blanket outside and look up at the stars while you listen to some music. We would love to see what you chose to do. I hope you have a lovely day, boys and girls, and I will be back soon to teach you the next lesson. Bye.